Welcome, everyone. Ready to dive into the world of popcorn?
You bet. Always up for a good deep dive, especially into something we think we know but probably don't.
That's the best kind, right? Those everyday things that turn out to be way more interesting than you expect.
Exactly, like how popcorn's been around for thousands of years.
No way. Seriously. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, archaeologists have found evidence of it going back like almost 7,000 years.
Wow, 7,000 years. So where did they find this ancient popcorn?
Well, there are these incredible discoveries in Peru, remnants dating back to 4700 BCE.
BCE. Wow. So that's what, before the pyramids even?
Yep, even before the pyramids, and there's another site in New Mexico around 3600 BCE.
So popcorn's been a global phenomenon for a really long time.
It really has. It makes you wonder, was it just a snack back then, or was there more to it?
Yeah, good question. Like, did they have movie theaters back then?
Huh. Not quite. But seriously, it's believed popcorn played a deeper role in ancient cultures.
Like maybe in ceremonies or rituals?
Exactly. It probably held a deeper cultural meaning beyond just being a tasty treat.
That makes a lot of sense. Food often has special significance in different cultures, right?
Absolutely. But let's fast forward a bit and talk about how popcorn actually pops.
Yeah, the science behind the pop, it seems so simple, but there's got to be some serious action happening in that little kernel.
You're telling me it all starts with the moisture trapped inside that hard outer shell.
Moisture, so it's not just dry corn.
Nope, there's moisture within the starch, and when you heat it up, that moisture turns into steam.
Ah, so that's the first step. But how does that steam actually make the kernel explode into popcorn?
Well, the steam builds up pressure inside, like a mini pressure cooker.
Tiny pressure cooker. I love that image.
Right, and as the pressure builds, the starch starts to gelatinize.
Gelatinized? Does that mean it, like, turns to jelly?
Kind of, it becomes this gel-like substance, and the pressure keeps building until, bam.
The hole bursts open. That must be what makes that popping sound.
You got it. The hull can only withstand so much pressure, about 930 kilopascals to be exact.
Kilopascals. That sounds intense.
It is, and when it reaches that point, the hull ruptures, releasing the steam, and the gelatinized starch puffs outward.
Wow, who knew so much was going on inside that tiny kernel?
It's pretty amazing, right? And speaking of amazing, have you ever noticed how popcorn comes in different shapes?
Oh yeah, you've got the classic butterfly shape and then the rounder mushroom shape.
Sharp eye. And those shapes aren't random, they're influenced by a few factors.
Like what?
Well, the variety of popcorn matters, and so do the popping conditions.
So is one shape better than the other? Or are they just different?
They each have their own qualities. Butterfly popcorn, with its airy structure, is known for its tenderness.
That melt in your mouth kind of popcorn?
Exactly. While mushroom popcorn is denser and more durable, perfect for holding toppings.
Like for caramel corn or candy codes.
You got it. So even those tiny kernels have been optimized for different uses.
That's incredible. Like popcorn's got a whole secret life we never knew about.
And the story of how it went from ancient food to the snack we were today is just as fascinating.
Okay, I'm all ears. Take us back in time. How did popcorn become so popular?
Well, let's picture 19th century America popcorn was a street food hit, sold under names like Pearls or Nonpareil.
Pearls and nonpareil. That's so fancy. Sounds like popcorn was quite the treat.
It was. But then in the 1890s came a game-changing invention.
Oh, I love a good invention story. What was it?
The steam-powered popcorn machine, thanks to a guy named Charles Cretors.
Charles Cretors, the popcorn king. What's his story?
He was a visionary. He took the tech for roasting peanuts and adapted it to popcorn.
Smart move. So did he, like, sell it on the streets?
Yes, and here's the genius part. His machine used butter, lard, and salt to pop the corn.
So he's the reason we love that buttery, salty flavor.
Yep, and it minimized smoke, too. Perfect for street vending.
Talk about a winning combination. Flavor and practicality.
Exactly. Cretors' invention made popcorn more accessible and even more delicious.
I bet it really took popcorn to the next level.
You bet. And then there's popcorn's rise to fame during tough times like the Great Depression and World War II.
Yeah, I've heard popcorn was a big deal back then.
It was. When other treats were scarce or too expensive, popcorn was an affordable joy.
A little bit of happiness during hard times.
Exactly. It's really heartwarming how popcorn has been there for us through thick and thin.
So we've got ancient popcorn popping science and even popcorn's rise to stardom. What else is there to know?
Oh, there's more. Popcorn has some hidden talents, uses beyond the snack bowl.
Really? Like what? You mean besides just eating it?
Well, have you ever thought of popcorn as a decoration?
A decoration? You mean like on a Christmas tree?
Exactly. Some people thread it onto strings and use it to decorate for the holidays.
Wow, that's a new one. I never would have thought of that.
It's unique and charming, but there are also some more practical uses.
Okay, like what?
Well, there's a lot of buzz about using popcorn for sustainable packaging.
Popcorn packing peanuts. Now that's a great idea.
Right. It could be a great alternative to styrofoam.
Totally. But wouldn't it, like, attract bugs?
That's one challenge, yeah. And then there's the issue of flammability.
True, popcorn is pretty flammable, especially when it's dry.
But it's still exciting that people are exploring these innovative uses.
It really shows you how versatile popcorn is. Who knew?
Right. Even something as familiar as popcorn can still surprise us.
Absolutely. Before we move on, I got to share a fun fact I learned. Did you know pop sorghum is a popular snack in India?
Oh yeah, pop sorghum. It's like popcorn's smaller, bite-sized cousin.
It's so cool how different cultures have their own take on popped grains.
It really is. It just starts to show the universal appeal of this simple pleasure.
So to recap, we've covered ancient origins, the science of popping, and even popcorn's surprising versatility.
We've barely scratched the surface. There's still so much more to explore about popcorn.
Like what?
Well, in part 2, we'll dive into nutrition, cultural impact, and some other amazing facts.
I can't wait. This deep dive is already popping with information.
I know, right? It just goes to show there's always more to learn about the things we think we know. Welcome back. Ready for more popcorn adventures?
Oh, absolutely. I'm still reeling from all that history and science from last time.
Well, buckle up because we're diving into nutrition now.
Okay, nutrition. Is popcorn a healthy snack or just a guilty pleasure?
It's a bit of both. Actually, plain air-popped popcorn. That's a surprisingly healthy choice.
Air popped, so no butter or oil.
Exactly. It's a good source of fiber, helps you feel full, good for digestion.
Fiber, that's a plus. Anything else good about it?
Yeah, it's got some protein and essential vitamins and minerals too.
Wow, I never knew popcorn was so nutritious. But what about, movie theater popcorn?
Ah, the classic movie theater experience. Well, all that butter and salt can add up.
So it's not exactly a health food anymore?
Let's just say it tips the scales towards indulgence.
Bummer. But what if I want to enjoy popcorn at home? Can I make it healthier?
Totally. Air popping is a great way to go. Or use a little healthy oil like olive oil.
Okay, olive oil, good to know. But what about flavor?
Get creative with spices. Ditch the salt and try things like nutritional yeast.
Nutritional yeast, what's that like?
It's got a cheesy, savory flavor. Or try smoked paprika and garlic powder for a smoky kick.
Smoky popcorn, that's interesting. Any other spice recommendations?
Oh yeah, tons. Cinnamon and a pinch of cayenne for a sweet and spicy twist.
Okay, those all sound amazing. I'm going to have to get experimental in the kitchen.
That's the spirit. Now let's shift gears and talk about popcorn's cultural significance.
Yeah, it's more than just food, right? It's got this whole vibe.
Exactly. It evokes nostalgia, shared experiences, movie theaters, sporting events, cozy nights in.
It's so true. Just the smell of popcorn takes me back to my childhood.
The aroma's powerful, right? And there's a scientific reason for that.
Really? So it's not just me being sentimental?
Nope. Popcorn has certain aroma compounds that are super appealing to humans.
Like what? What kind of compounds?
Well, there's one called 6-acetyl 2-3-4-5 tetrahydropyridine. A bit of a mouthful.
I'll say. But that's what gives popcorn that irresistible scent.
Exactly. It's built-in delicious. Now, back to the movies. Popcorn in movies weren't always a thing.
Wait, seriously, I thought they were like a match made in heaven.
Funny enough, early theater owners actually hated popcorn.
They did? Why?
They thought it would distract people from the movies.
Oh, wow, that's kind of ironic considering how huge it is now.
Right, but we have a guy named Glenn W. Dickinson Sr. to thank for changing that.
He's the one who brought popcorn to theaters.
He was a Midwestern theater owner, real visionary. He saw popcorn's potential not just as a snack, but as a business.
So he's like the popcorn hero. What did he do?
Well, he put popcorn machines in his theaters, even bought popcorn farms to keep costs down.
That's smart. So popcorn helped keep ticket prices affordable.
Exactly, and audiences loved it. It was a win-win situation.
What a story. Popcorn went from being banned to being a movie staple.
Talk about a comeback. But let's not forget all the other ways we enjoy popcorn.
Oh yeah, like popcorn balls. Those were my grandma's specialty.
Classic. They were super popular in the early 1900s.
They're so fun to make, all sticky and sweet.
Right. And then there's Cracker Jack, the perfect combo of popcorn and peanuts.
And kettle corn. Can't forget about that sweet and salty goodness.
Kettle corn's had a major resurgence lately. It's everywhere now.
It's the best. So popcorn's gone from simple street food to a snack with endless variations.
And with home popcorn makers, people are getting super creative with flavors and toppings.
Like a whole new world of popcorn is opening up.
Exactly. It's a fun time to be a popcorn fan.
Well, we've covered nutrition, cultural impact, and all these amazing popcorn facts.
But hold on, there's still more to come.
Really? What else is there?
In our final installment, we'll go global, explore popcorn's role in different cultures, and uncover even more mind-blowing facts.
I can't wait. This deep dive just keeps getting better. Popcorn fans, welcome back for our final deep dive into this incredible snack.
I know, right? Who knew we could talk about popcorn for this long?
But there's still so much more to explore. Today, we're going global.
We are, ready to see how the world enjoys its popcorn.
I'm all ears because Honestly, I always thought of it as a pretty Western thing.
Yeah, it's definitely big in Western culture, but its roots go way beyond that.
So where else in the world do people love their popcorn?
Well, South America, for starters, they've been enjoying it for centuries.
Really? What do they do with it?
It's often part of traditional dishes and celebrations.
Ah, so it's not just a casual snack there.
Nope, more woven into their culture.
That's fascinating. Any other global popcorn hotspots?
Well, we already mentioned pop sorghum being big in India.
Right, popcorn's smaller cousin.
Exactly. It just shows how the whole idea of popped grains has a global appeal.
Makes sense. What about other parts of the world?
Oh, in Asia, you can find some really unique popcorn flavors.
Like what?
Seaweed popcorn, spicy popcorn, even savory blends you wouldn't believe.
Wow, popcorn really gets around.
It does, and it adapts to all these different tastes and traditions.
Like a culinary chameleon.
I like that, a culinary chameleon. It shows how popcorn can connect people across cultures.
So true. Okay, before we wrap things up, any other amazing popcorn facts you want to share?
You know, I do. Did you know there are specific types of corn grown just for popping?
Really? I thought any corn could pop.
It's a common myth, but the best popcorn comes from a variety called Zea mays everta.
Zea mays everta. Say that 3 times fast.
I know, right? It's a mouthful, but it's the variety that gives us those perfect fluffy puffs.
Wow, so all this time we've been enjoying a very special kind of corn.
We have. It's like the popcorn elite.
And to think, all those farmers and breeders working to perfect this one type of corn just for us popcorn lovers.
They've done a great job. It's truly an amazing snack.
It is. From its ancient origins to its global reach, popcorn has truly earned its place as a beloved snack.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the simple pleasures in life.
Well, everyone, it's time to say goodbye to our popcorn deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, but hopefully you've learned a thing or two.
I know I have. And hopefully, the next time you enjoy a bowl of popcorn, you'll see it in a whole new light.
Until next time, thanks for popping by and happy snacking.